This is Saturday Morning Mysteries.
And we're your hosts, Alexis and Grace. Hello, good morning, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Morning Mysteries, where we're your hosts. I'm Alexis.
I'm Grace.
And Grace, today continues our wild, wacky, dangerous, and thrilling adventures. Super dangerous, emphasis on the dangerous adventures / field trips on the Magic School Bus. We're rolling through. We're riding again. I feel like we've made that reference every episode.
Just so funny.
But it's, like, I know, like
the fact that they called it that as like the later iteration of the Magic School Bus rides again is just such a funny, like aggressive name.
That shit was made by millennials.
Yeah.
Who like just finished watching the Fast and the Furious, and we're like, oh wait, we can
ride again.
We can resurrect Miss Frizzle. We can ride again. I also think that it's like it might be
it's her like cousin
CGI animation too.
Well, and in like the most recent one, it's like Miss Frizzle isn't the teacher anymore. She's like a professor now, and there's like her little cousin or sister or some shit like that.
Fair.
I looked into it for 0.01 seconds, so that could be wrong, but I saw something like that, and it offended me so much that I was like, I'm not gonna look into this more.
Lame. Yeah. No, I do like the idea of her being like a college professor, because I'm pretty sure she has her PhD already. She just chooses to teach fourth graders.
Yes,
so,
precisely.
Yes,
and we're all better for it.
Yes.
So yes,
truly.
Today I'm on my second to last episode. As Alexis mentioned at the end of our last episode, we're extending the Magic School Bus arc to be 10 episodes instead of our usual 8. And that's because it'll bring us right up until our holiday arc, which if you're new to this show, starting in October, we do a 3-month holiday arc because there's so many fun cartoons that cover different seasons and holidays.
Christmas,
once the fall
and
hits.
Halloween. Not enough Thanksgiving, I will once again say.
Hint.
Fall.
But could be Thanksgiving if people tried harder.
You know, maybe, Grace, if we want more Thanksgiving-themed cartoons, we're just going to have to make one ourselves. What if we made a cartoon that was only Thanksgiving-themed? Like every episode?
You're welcome.
I haven't seen one yet. Yeah, we'd be groundbreaking as far as I'm concerned.
Someone call us.
We'll call it Thanksgivingville.
Thanksgiving. Perfect. And the way we'll animate it will be our hand-drawn turkeys. Trace
those are the main characters. All right, well, hold up. What's like watch this?
It's like the paper bag like cutout of them with like little feathers taped on. Like, and we just like move them across, like stop animation.
Like South Park style. Yeah. With like cardboard dioramas or whatever as the backdrops. Or they're like puppets even, maybe.
Yeah, like a little popsicle stick.
Well, anyways, if you would watch this, compel us to create a Patreon to fund this endeavor.
Exactly.
Anyways.
But until we're inspired and funded by you all for that, I will be covering...
By viewers like you.
Viewers like you. To fund viewers like us. Thank you. Today... I will be covering Season 2, Episode 12 of the Magic School Bus, entitled Cold Feet.
Nice.
So we start off with Phoebe, who's our perpetually new kid in the classroom, and as I previously mentioned, our animal lover. And she is sprinting to make it to school on time. She's nearly knocking Carlos, who is running late apparently too, off of his skateboard on her way. And she's mainly running, maybe because she's running late, but also she seems filled with anxiety right now because it is the Friday before a very important weekend for her. It is Phoebe's weekend to take Liz home. And you take the little class pets home. She's got Liz this weekend.
Get the fuck out of my way. I gotta get to school.
No word on the class hamster that we discovered a couple weeks ago in episodes, but Liz... coming home
by the way, no
updates on Hammy the hamster, but
Hammy. Yep,
I assume because Liz the lizard.
As of now,
Hammy the hamster. Fair. It makes sense.
You know, it only makes sense. Exactly. Wow.
But she is so excited, very anxious. It's a lot of pressure, especially she's the new kid. She can't fuck this up.
Oh, sure.
So, yes, she's running. She's so excited and anxious. She's got to get everything ready to go to take Liz home. But as she runs into the classroom, she finds kind of the worst case scenario. Not only has the classroom been metaphorically turned upside down, which I say metaphorically because in this class, you never know. It could
Anything's possible.
Upside down. Yeah.
Anything could happen. I did think it would be like ramshackle or just like
basically
like the FBI just swept through there.
It looks like it has been. Like there are papers everywhere, cabinets open, school supplies scattered. The kids are all running around in chaos. And the reason for this chaos? Because the SWAT team.
It busts through the ceiling and like through the windows at that moment. I also just imagine like Community with I'm blanking on literally all the characters' names, but like Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
When Troy walks in and the pizza,
right, everything's like on fire. That's Phoebe.
That's exactly what's happening in this magic school bus classroom, this fourth grade classroom.
Yeah.
Phoebe's just backpack.
So where's Liz? Is Liz okay? What happened?
Guys, where's Hammy? Oh God, they took Hammy.
Hammy caused this because he's like, nobody ever wants to take me home. I'll teach them.
Burn this place down.
Burn this shit down. Okay.
But it's interesting that you do ask if Liz is okay. Because the reason for this chaos is because all of the kids are looking for Liz, who has disappeared without a trace. Like, not even her habitat, which, you know, her little, like, lizard habitat, gone. One of the kids points out
that's gone too.
Even her favorite pair of sunglasses are gone.
Oh, this
Liz,
is real.
As if she was never even there.
Not the sunglasses.
Not the sunglasses.
Oh, but is the frizz there?
Well, I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Because naturally,
I'm so worried.
You should be worried, honestly. Just like these children who naturally are very upset. Like one of the kids is like clutching a framed photo of Liz, like rocking. Like, oh, Liz.
Wait, I really need to know who that is. It doesn't really matter, but like,
I think it is Phoebe because she says something later, like while holding that photo.
Gotcha.
And again, she's the animal lover, but like
that's what I was wondering. I feel like that's Phoebe coded, but I could see Arnold too.
Yes,
but, yeah.
Arnold is probably being like, it wasn't me. Like his hands are like up.
He's like checking the bottom of his shoes. Like
he's checking his backpack just in case, making sure it wasn't him.
It was not me. It wasn't me.
Not me.
Not me. I can confirm. Can confirm.
Texas Cubby.
Not me.
Nope. Okay, good. Still not me. Everyone, still not me.
Noted. You guys
still innocent.
Put it out there.
But yeah, so all the kids are upset. And who's not upset? Funny you should ask about her. The Frizz. Not upset at all. As she enters the classroom in truly the wildest way and most iconic outfit yet. She only wears for this opening scene. She changes later, but
okay.
You know, like bull riding or like a bucking bronco.
Yes, I have heard of it.
Mechanical bull.
I have heard of the thing.
Yeah, she's doing that, but it's on an inflatable alligator, and she is wearing a head-to-toe, skin-tight, bright green lizard suit. Like, bucking bronco wild bowling this inflatable alligator across the classroom, knocking more shit over as she rides in.
She's like, it's already a mess in here, might as well.
She's like, the alligator will ride again.
Where does one get a full body, skin tight?
Yeah, it's like lime green.
You say, well, like any type of lizard in particular, or reptile, or was it just?
It's just
kind
a
of like
very bright
green.
Yes,
probably
scaly. Nebulously. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Nice.
Precisely.
These words that we all agree on.
Yes.
Just in different orders. Excellent. Yes. Wow. I think I got my next Halloween costume idea.
Interesting. So, yes, she's causing more chaos, and the kids are, like, yelling at her, basically being like, take this seriously, like, Liz is gone. And the Frizz just kind of waves it off. She knows. She's like, yeah, Liz is gone. Everything about Liz has disappeared. And one of the kids, probably Carlos, is like, that Frizz is cold-blooded. Which is funny because they're reptiles and she's dressed like a lizard.
Yes.
It's
Hilarious. Nice.
But
and getting scary, actually, the lack of concern.
You good? Where's Liz?
So cold-blooded, yeah.
And in the additional chaos that the Frizz brought, and again, knocked more things over, I think it was Wanda, one of the kids, finds a handwritten note. So that's getting scarier. But it's written in lizard.
Oh,
so no one can read it.
They only know one lizard that can translate it.
They only know one lizard who speaks lizard.
Yeah.
But it has like some check marks on it. And so they're like, is this like a to-do list? Is this like, this is some type of list of some variety. But beneath that note, they also find like the remnants that looks like a flyer, like an advertisement, but it's like been ripped. So they only see like a little bit of it. And on the front, I'm pretty sure it looks like basically like a palace of some variety.
Oh.
And they see part of like the title above this palace. And they see the words, the second word is cut off, but they see herps have. HAV, and then they can't see the rest of it. So look.
Okay.
I'm an adult, but also very mature. So I was like, herp?
Herp?
What's that mean? What's going on here? But the Frizz quickly explains to the kids.
Okay, good. Before the adults have time to laugh at it when they're watching it with their kids, inevitably.
And the kids are like, what's so many? And Frizz explains that herp can be a term for reptile, which, yeah, I never heard that in my damned life. So I looked it up. And yes, herp is a shorthand used by biologists to refer to reptiles and amphibians. And it's short for herpetology, which comes from the Greek word herpeton, however you say it, which means a creeping animal. So, like, because they're all, like, down low, creepy crawlies. And also, I thought it was very fun that the act of looking for amphibians or reptiles is called herping, which is just a fun little term, a fun, silly term.
It is. Herping. You've got LARPing, you've got
herping,
you got herpes.
Somehow there's a Venn diagram where all this
there's a joke
over.
In there somewhere.
So one of the kids, I think this is when Phoebe's clutching the Liz photo, wails that if they could only see the world through Liz's eyes, they would have an idea as to why she abandoned them, or worse, why she was kidnapped and taken from them. So at this, we see the earrings.
Oh no! if we could only add that to the list. If we could only.
Not to say.
I wonder if.
I wonder. What if? And if only.
If we could only.
Are never things to say. There's like a sign outside of the Frizz's classroom that one of the kids wrote that says like a big X through it. Like, when you enter, do not say these phrases in front of Miss Frizzle.
Arnold like instantly is like freaking out, turning pale.
What if
sweating?
If we could what?
If only we could what? No, well, we don't want to only do anything. Don't
finish that statement. Phoebe, shut up. New kid, shut up. Read the sign. Read the sign, new kid.
Oh man.
Because yes, at this, you're right. We see the earrings of the Frizz glow, and either her or like someone, or this was like a fever dream that I was like, did someone say this or did I just imagine this? But I think someone says, is a rescue mission still a field trip? Because that's right. We're going on a rescue mission.
Believe. Oh God, here we go. Here we go. Oh man, I also want to believe that someone said that because they know exactly what it is at this point. They're like,
Liz is probably, or Frizz is probably asking that to her lawyers. Is the rescue mission still a field trip? The forms are still good. Don't worry why. Not a big deal.
Great.
But yes, through, I assume the Frizz just like, like being an adult in this town, like she knows where this giant palace castle building is. And so she takes the kids there on the bus, even though we couldn't see the title of this advertisement. Like, it is a place in town. So She pulls up
Yeah.
to this, yes, like huge, like brick castle looking thing or palace looking thing. And in front of it are huge iron gates that on either side sit marble alligators, like very grand, very gaudy. She, by the way, is not in the lizard suit anymore. She has changed.
Oh,
Out in
darn.
public.
Okay. I
Yeah,
guess,
I know,
yeah.
darn.
Doesn't want to embarrass her students that much.
Yeah. And well, on a rescue mission, she needs to be a little more incognito
That's
than
true. Although it's
lying during a
cat
lizard
suit, I
suit.
mean, I'm assuming she's
You're
gonna sneak into
right.
some tight spaces. I don't know.
Do you think Sam from Totally Spies, who also wears the green cat suit, there's
Calls it
a red
reptile
yarn
suit,
here
a lizard
somewhere
suit.
with the gingers and also Kim Possible being a mercenary redhead, Miss
Yeah,
Frizzle,
something's going on
Sam.
here.
There's something going
Maybe
on here.
because apparently Alex is Hispanic or Latino. Maybe she's Carlos's younger sister who grows up to one day have Mrs. Frizzle and then is
Yes, there's
somehow.
there's conspiracy theory here.
Don't mind us, listeners and viewers. We're just, it's been a while since we've been able to use the good old red yarn. So
yes, exactly. It's not a
we just
conspiracy
itching
in
to
Magic
do it.
School Bus.
Yeah.
So yes, they pull up to these grand gates, and some of the kids peek through to like try and see what's going on in this private property. But they very quickly have to tuck and roll out of the way as the gates start to open to let in a long white limousine with gold accents that whips up and pulls inside, speeds inside. And the gates shut behind this limo, and the kids peek back through to see a woman who, Alexis, is wearing a purple coat and jewels. Is this Ashley Walker
Club
Dupree
Dupree
from your last
Perhaps.
episode?
Does she have brown hair coming about down to here?
Yes, I think
under
she
the
did.
hat? It might be her.
It's her. She's clearly like Richie Rich. I think it's her.
Does she say anything, or she just like walks in and that's
There's
all we
like
see?
one line that she says that they probably could have just imitated Jessica Walter for nothing, and no one can imitate her. But
I know, let's be real.
Yes. So, anyways, I'm just now realizing.
Or if this was before, what season is this episode from? Season 2?
Season 2.
Okay, so yeah, mine was season 3. So maybe they like had her as a character there, and then we're like, okay, if she's going to be a main character, we need someone big and bold to voice her. We can't just get this one line reader.
Exactly. So yeah, so I'm just realizing that now is very funny. We're always doing the same thing. We didn't even know it.
Yep.
So yes, I'm going to assume it's her. We see Ashley Walker Club Dupree.
I don't
remember the club.
Walker is all that matters.
Walker, yeah.
To her.
And we see her walk out of this limo holding a leash. And we see on the other end of that leash is a giant tortoise.
Oh.
The leash is just wrapped around his shell like a little harness situation. And we see her and the tortoise come up to a grand set of front doors and ring the bell. And while we see the door open, we don't see who opens it. We just hear the voice of like a very posh, but like kind of creepy sounding British man who like, I simply could not imitate such an accent, but we all like it.
You're like, it was too ridiculous.
A light villainy sound to it, perhaps.
Okay.
Asking how he can serve her and her tortoise today. And the woman, laughing, hands him the leash and says, toasted and stuffed, just like the last one.
I'm sorry. What?
Are we at a taxidermist? Are we at
is this turtle soup?
Kitchen?
Not mock turtle soup, actual turtle soup.
This is a restaurant, perhaps?
Yikes.
So the woman returns to her limo as the front door shut and they drive off. And similarly to your reaction, all of those kids are like, that tortoise is about to be dinner, right? Right?
Yeah.
That tortoise is definitely about to be dinner.
Mrs. Frizzle, why are we here? Liz is not here, right?
Where's Liz? Do you have a tracker on her? Where's Liz? Because yes, they are all terrified that if Liz is here, she could be landing on someone's plate very soon, any moment now, as far as they know. So they figure what they need to do first is get someone on the inside.
Okay.
up first in this 2-part montage of they try one thing, something happens, and they try the next thing.
They got 2 plans. That's it.
Yeah. And so we first cut to Wanda. She's able to get up to the front doorstep.
Oh, God.
She is up there, head to toe. She's in a full baseball uniform. She's swinging her bat, leaning on it, chomping on some gum, ringing that doorbell over and over again. Okay. And the door opens. And first of all, we do finally see this person. And we see a very tall, thin, like gaunt-looking man, like very like harsh cheekbones, brown slicked back hair. He's in one of the worst outfits every time I see it, I'm uncomfortable. It's one of those like old timey lab coats that's like high collared and like double breasted.
Oh,
you know what
gosh.
I'm talking about? Yeah, it's always a little
like
creepy.
Butler-esque, but like
all white.
White. Oh,
but it's like a lab coat type of thing.
Oh, lab coat. Yeah, like sorry, I just heard coat. Okay, got you. Ugh.
Yes. Yeah. Not cute. And so he looks down suspiciously at her and just waits, basically, to see what the hell she's doing here.
He doesn't even like say hello. He just opens the door and looks at her like,
"You up? Can I help you?" Wait, it's your turn. Go.
Your turn.
You came to me. What you want? So Wanda hams it up. She starts giving big puppy dog eyes and like looking down. This is a direct quote. "I am but an innocent school child who has innocently lost my innocent baseball over your fence. May I innocently come in and innocently get it back?"
Innocently?
She does a bad job, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Didn't work.
Darn. Not even close. The man just glares at her and says that she doesn't meet the requirements for entry. And he hands her a list of rules and slams the door in her face.
Yikes.
And we're going to pause here really quick because he says a couple words of like reprimanding her for not meeting these requirements. And I was like, this man's voice is so familiar. Like this British man's voice, or like this British voice is so familiar. I think you're going to recognize it immediately as well. And the thing that I like know him best from, I'll tell you at the very end, but I'm going to tell you this person's, some of their credentials, because remember how in the first episode we were like, the actors that this show randomly pulled makes no sense. Like, in any way, shape, or form.
Other than just like street cred. Like the magic school bus street cred. Like,
right.
They can pull anybody.
They got a Rolodex of everyone who's ever been in a film, who has ever influenced Hollywood, cinema, or film.
Theater, media.
Or theater, yes. Because like all of our favorite British actors, this actor came from the world of theater starting in the 1960s. Classically, including plenty of Shakespeare, including Hamlet himself. And he went on to also be a huge film star. He starred in the 1968 version of Romeo and Juliet. He was in the 1972 film adaptation, I think the first one, of Cabaret, the musical. He was in the 73 version of The Three Musketeers, also in things like Logan's Run and The Island of Dr. Moreau. And perhaps most importantly, and where I knew him from, he was also Basil Exposition, a.k.a. Austin Powers' boss. In Austin Powers, it's Michael York.
Wow. Whoa.
What is he doing here?
Why he had time. He's like, why not? Time. What would I not? He's like, what would I not be doing here, Grace?
You're so right. What is he not doing here? I take it back.
Wait. Also, that resume leading up to Austin Powers is wild and was unknown to me. I was trying to figure out, like, where is she going?
Same. I didn't know any of this. I just
good for you, Michael York. Did not know. Is he still alive?
He's still alive, but he's been struggling in the last, I think, like 5 years with like, I don't know what it's like some like pretty rare disease. So I think he's like left spotlight because of it, and he's like, pretty sick, but is still alive. But yeah,
Well,
I recognized the voice from Austin Powers. And then I was like, and I obviously know the name Michael York like quite well, but I
yes.
was like,
Yeah.
what else? Like, why is he so famous? And I was like, oh, he's like this very classic British
Yeah, like
actor.
classically trained, which makes his
Yes.
role in Austin Powers even funnier.
Exactly.
It's just like,
Why in Austin Powers? It's Austin
don't be
Powers.
serious. Exactly. Just
Yeah.
just have fun with it, bring all those classic acting chops with you, all the
Yes.
Shakespearean talent with you.
Yes.
And now you're the boss for Austin Powers.
Yes, exactly. And now you're in a parody.
Go, Michael York, go.
Do your thing. And he did.
Back and watches. Yes. He sure did. Oh man, what a great cameo here.
I know. Again, I'm just like, wait, what? How? Who? What? Where?
And also to think that you recognize a voice appearing in the Magic School Bus from Austin Powers is just like the weirdest millennial crossover that one could. Maybe not even weird. It's actually that's like the most obvious
crossover I could have.
But just like hilarious, like these two polar opposite things for polar opposite audiences.
Exactly. But and hit the ages
you were at
exactly
the
as we were. Yes,
exactly.
A kid watching this, a preteen watching Austin Powers.
Exactly.
The exact correct order here.
I think actually Michael York had a goated agent or manager who's like, I know how to keep you relevant with all generations. We'll get you in an episode of Magic School Bus. We'll get you in Austin Powers. You'll be on MTV and stuff and ads for that. We got you covered, buddy.
They weren't wrong. Look, we're talking about it today.
Yeah, it worked.
To this day. So yes, I'm just going to call him Michael York throughout this because we don't hear
that's who he is
right now.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Because it's Michael York.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So anyways, Wanda brings this list of requirements for entry back to the class, and they're flabbergasted about how the heck they're going to get into this exclusive building, because here's just some of the requirements for entry. Mm-hmm. Body temperature must be changeable. Sweat glands, none. Scales or skin, allowed. Hair, none.
Oh, yikes. Very exclusive and gonna be difficult for these kids. Miss Frizzle should not have taken off that reptile suit. At least she could have had that covered, the scales.
At least one of y'all could have gotten in.
Yeah. I'm sure it regulates body temperature somehow.
Yeah, it keeps it all
They
contained.
could have fooled him. He's old. He can't see well.
He's old. He doesn't know what's going on here. Here's all these American ways.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, this is like a list of requirements for like some underground exclusive like Berlin club.
Yeah.
That's playing some of the house music you've never heard in your life.
That's open from like 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. only.
It's actually only open from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And like the music is just like sounds of reptiles like screaming.
Screaming and like hissing.
Yeah, but you have to get in line for it at 8 p.m. the night before.
Right. That's the night before. The line is a required 24 hours.
Yes. It is.
I see what you mean. 8 p.m. 12 hours, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So, yes, they have this very exclusive ass club now, but they're no closer to getting in, obviously, like you said. They're not going to hit these requirements.
They're not turning into reptiles anytime soon.
Yeah. And this is when DA remembers one of the most infamous ways to get into a place you're not allowed in. DA says, what if we go Trojan horse?
Oh.
Which I did not see coming, honestly.
No, me neither. I thought she was going to say we just break in, like air ducts or something.
Sneak in. Yeah. We're all children. We can sneak into this shit.
Yeah, I'm actually very proud of her for knowing the story, I guess, of like Troy and all of that.
Well, here's the thing is that my next line is, she explains it to the dummies who didn't know what that was. Yeah, DA's like, please, because they're like, what? And she's like, really?
Have you never heard?
According to my research. Try it sometime. But someone points out, like, that's great, DA, Dorothy Ann, but like,
what?
It's still a horse covered in hair, not regulating body temperature. What up with the, like, it's still not reading those requirements.
DA's like, not only do you know ancient history in the do you not know ancient history in the classics, but you also don't understand a metaphor for symbolism.
God, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Idiots. Her and Miss Frizzle just look at each other, shaking their heads like, God.
Dorothy Ann's like, please sign the papers to let me skip a grade.
I've proved myself.
Yes, Phoebe pipes in and says, yeah, a horse wouldn't meet those requirements, but a Trojan alligator would, right?
Mm-hmm. Good, Phoebe.
And we see a twinkle in the Frizzle's eyes.
Oh, no.
As any type of suggestion is dangerous as well. Add it to the list of things not to do in this
or eyes
classroom.
twinkling.
Dangerous.
Just,
don't make any suggestions in this class. No. And we essentially hard cut to Phoebe standing outside of the bus with a leash in her hand. And the leash is tied around the entire bus, which is full of everyone else. Because obviously the Trojan alligator needs to be brought in by somebody. So Phoebe's going to be that somebody.
I guess I thought it would be Miss Frizzle, but
you thought it would be an adult.
Exactly, but okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Either way, you think Miss Frizzle's going to help them with things? If she was inside or outside the bus, she's got to let these kids learn. What exactly? We don't know yet.
We don't know. We're finding out. They're finding out. We're all in this together.
And yes, we see the Frizz hit a button and the bus spins and spins and spins until it grows scales, or more accurately, I don't know how to say this word, but I'm going to say it like scoots. It's SCUTES, which are the bony plates embedded in the skin of like alligators and crocodiles. And so like that's like their like rough, hard surface is, you could call them scales, but it's actually, like bony
the more
plates.
technical term.
Yes, that are like on their back and that kind of stuff.
Because they don't come off like, they don't just flake off like fish scales do, I imagine. They're more
and I think because it's like an almost bony material and it's like way harder than a scale is as well. It's basically like a little armor that they have on.
Interesting.
And this Trojan alligator shrinks itself down to alligator size. Everyone inside of it also has shrunken down, but inside it still just looks like a regular bus. It doesn't look
not like the innards of an alligator. They're like, we've been inside enough living creatures. One and done.
About the tummy. We don't want to see what's in this alligator.
Actually, more than one. Yeah.
Yes. But we like the alligator. It basically looks like an alligator, as if the alligator also had like a giant hump on it, and that hump is like what the bus is.
The bus,
and like it has like little windows that you can see inside of.
So it's an alligator-shaped bus, not a bus-shaped alligator.
Yes,
okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Cool.
So yes, that's apparently the vision and plan here. Phoebe's gonna sneak all these kids in unexpectedly on this Trojan alligator. And Phoebe, yes, has a leash on the gator and is able to enter the gate because she has an animal with her. And Michael York opens up that door and is thrilled to see this alligator. He doesn't even wait for her to explain like he did with Wanda. Oh, wow. He is just like swooning over this alligator. She's a beaut. She's enchanting and is just like, this is a beautiful specimen. And Phoebe is like, I don't want her to be toasted and stuffed, by the way. And he just laughs and laughs when she says this. He asks for this alligator's name, which I will refer to it as for the rest of the time, which Phoebe is like, Valerie? So this is Valerie, the Trojan alligator.
Is Valerie.
Yes.
That will be an epic story in history one day.
Exactly. The Trojan alligator, Valerie.
Valerie.
So, yes, he brings them back into this palace building and brings them into what looks like a very, like, sterilized, almost like waiting room, and tells her that here at Harry's Herp Haven, which his name's Harry, we learn,
gotcha.
We just love our cold-blooded critters to death. Ooh. Which, of course, yes, Phoebe is scared of, and the kids on the bus can hear this. So, of course, Arnold screams. Which, they're
Arnold.
so windows on this bus.
Yeah.
Michael York hears them and like narrows
Michael
his
York
eyes.
hears them. Sorry. Do not let Michael York hear you.
Do not disturb his presence like that. It should be an honor. You should be silent in his presence. It should be an honor. So he narrows his eyes at Phoebe, who like starts coughing to like cover up Arnold's screams.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Close call.
Yeah. And he is sick of this. So he just yanks the leash from Phoebe and opens up a door at the end of this like hallway, waiting room hall, and takes Valerie behind there with them and slams those doors in Phoebe's face.
Oh, also, sorry, it just hit me. This is very random, but I'm pretty sure Miss Frizzle's first name is Valerie.
Oh, I think it is.
Yeah, so that's probably where she got the name from. Valerie.
Valerie?
Yeah.
Miss Frizzle's like out the window.
Frizzle's like, good job, Phoebe. You get an A.
Arnold, shh.
Arnold, shut the fuck up.
So Phoebe, though, now separated from Valerie, her teacher, and her classmates, like pounds on the door, shouting to bring Valerie back, which like, girl, you've successfully infiltrated everything. What
I know,
are you
you're
doing?
giving away the game.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, you did your job. You've got people on the inside.
This is the whole point of the Trojan horse. Get them in those gates.
You don't get to go too.
Yeah, you stay on the outside. That's
the soldiers inside the horse go in. Yeah,
right. Dorothy Ann did not explain the entire situation apparently for Phoebe to realize.
Phoebe's lost. Phoebe's so confused.
But yes, no one comes back for Phoebe, and so she, noticing that it's silent, kind of listens against the door, and then kind of props open the door that he had gone through very carefully and slowly, and she peeks in to see a very long hallway. And you know what? She shoots her shot. She darts right back into that like hall, like fluorescently lit hall, to see if she can find Valerie or Liz. Like, she's coming out here with some reptile. Hopefully the one she came in here for and with, but we'll see. Meanwhile, we follow Valerie, who has now been taken by just other lab-coated men and led into this other room where he unleashes her and shuts the door tightly behind them. And in this room, we see it's almost like a zoo habitat of like, there's this giant pool with like what looks like a running river in it, a waterfall tumbling into it. There's trees, there's bushes, some rocky spots, like painted blue sky. So like, yeah, it's clearly some type of habitat situation because it's still inside. And we know it's a type of habitat because we quickly see Valerie get fully surrounded by lizards, snakes, and other alligators.
Oh, great. Man, you just put them all.
Just show them all in there.
All right.
We don't know what's happening at Harry's Herp Haven. Not yet.
Yeah.
So naturally, the kids are, as they do, screaming. Because yes, they need to get out to infiltrate this building somehow, because of the animals that have gathered around them, none of them are Liz. So they need to somehow infiltrate the building. But if, a gator was walking around the halls, there's obviously people working in this building. They would spot it and kick it back in. But they also can't leave the bus because they're like warm-blooded, perhaps like mouse-sized creatures, aka what many of these reptiles would eat.
Yeah, or like insect-sized. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, and are currently surrounded by. But, of course, someone points out there's one way we could leave this alligator and not draw suspicion or from other animals, perhaps, and be eaten by them. Maybe more stealthy. They could fit in here a little better.
Okay, I'm curious and skeptical. Curiously skeptical. Skeptically curious.
Ooh, this whole show in a nutshell.
Yes, every day.
Yes, dangerously so, I would say. Because, yes, they realize that they, too, could become reptiles. And sneak out.
Do
and
explain.
Thus the other reptiles wouldn't eat them because they're just like them. I'm just a lizard like you. You're not going to eat me. And then if there are other
Mm-hmm.
reptiles too around the building, they could be a little more stealthy than a whole ass alligator bus.
Yeah.
So first, before I tell you about this transformation, everyone except for Arnold and Dorothy Ann go through this transformation. Arnold and Dorothy Ann stay
Mm.
behind on the bus to keep an eye on Valerie and the situation. Arnold probably because they're like, we're not going to let you loose in this building. You're going to get eaten
No,
immediately.
yeah.
And Dorothy Ann probably because she's like, this is my Trojan alligator. I'm going to see this through. This
I
is my
have to lead the
idea.
troops into battle.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. So, yes, these kids get transformed into what I can only describe, Alexis, as the single, like, both scariest and most, like, acid trippy animation I've seen on this show. Like, okay, obviously they turn into reptiles. Okay, that we know that's happened. I
Sure.
just told you that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're like, okay, so they're like probably like, yeah, like mouse or rat size. Let's say rat size. That's a little bigger.
Right.
Reptiles. And they have the entire body, skin color, scales of a reptile. So like,
Uh-huh.
like a chameleon, kind of like Liz. You got the little curled tail, kind of arched back, green, a
Yeah.
little yellow on them. But then they have their heads, which is the same color as the rest of the scales. But
Okay.
their heads, as in the
They're human
children's
heads
heads
and like faces.
and faces and hair on the reptile body. So like Wanda's a chameleon and it's got the whole chameleon body I described, but then Wanda's face that is fully green with a short black bob. And like
Oh God, no, not the hair. I was gonna ask if they have their hair
their
too.
hair.
Oh
Like
no. Is Ralphie wearing his hat?
Ralphie has his baseball hat. Like they could have tried to make the reptiles like look cute and like the chameleon Wanda, just give her like the vest to indicate that it's
Yeah.
Wanda. But
Yeah. Or even
instead,
just make each one like a different color and then maybe like use their eyes or something or
yeah,
like
or like
their general features, but like make them still just fully look like chameleons
yes.
otherwise.
But they're
Yeah. A
like
part of me wants to look up a picture of this because I will just
they're
wait and be
like
shocked when I watch the episode or be disturbed.
disturbed. They're like Frankenstein. They have like Frankenstein these like child reptile abominations. Like
Uh, uh.
these are simply abominations to
These
evolution
are
and like
simply about
the natural world. I hate them.
they need to be locked in a room,
They need to be
never
locked in
seen
a room and
again.
forgotten.
Their true power is that they shock and disturb the core
Yeah.
and
Like
scare
it
people
is
dead in their tracks. Like get rid of
exactly like
them.
they're the
Get rid of
power for
them.
evil. You must lock them in a hole, a dark room, throw away the key, burn down the room,
I imagine
let
the like
the member
little
be lost to
Labubu
time.
dolls. Like each
Little
one of those, but
fangs.
like a reptile instead.
Yes, that's the exact same vibe. Yes,
Like
correct.
just like disturbing. Like this just
Like
doesn't feel right looking at this.
just
I
something
feel like a demon is like I feel like I'm staring in the eyes of a demon.
it's like the
And the reptiles too being like
millions and
evil
millions of
creatures.
years of my like lizard brain all came out to say this is not correct.
I don't like it.
This is not what should happen in the world. We've grown too hungry. We've grown too confident. We've grown too powerful. This is where we're
This,
at.
this is where we're at. A
We've gone
sad
too
day.
far.
A sad day in the world.
Shut it
That this
down.
is the way they decided to animate these children into little
It really
reptiles.
was. It really was. I really hated it.
Uh,
Including the frizz. The frizz is also part of this and is just
okay,
as bad as the rest of them.
good. I was like, what? How funny would it be if the frizz like looked great or something? Like they made her look fine, but she was like, sorry, I could only figure out the magic for myself, not for you
You guys
guys.
got the leftovers, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Still working on it for
unfortunately,
my little minions.
she also has been hit with the
Good.
abomination magic
Okay,
for this.
fair. I am
The
so excited to
unnatural
see this.
abominations. So, one by
Cursed.
one, very cursed, they emerge from the bus and are immediately shaking and shivering. So all of
Ah.
them scurry to one of the heat lamps that are strewn about this whole room.
Hmm.
And this trait of reptiles, the fact that they need external sources to regulate their body temp, is called ectothermic. And it's why we call
Hmm.
them cold-blooded. So basically, they thermoregulate, reptiles do, by moving in and out of heat sources to maintain an ideal body temperature. And that's why heat is so important, because it helps them maintain a lot of the bodily functions, but also not having to produce their own heat actually saves them energy, because they're not constantly having to burn it to produce heat like we do as warm-blooded. And this also lets them survive longer without certain resources like food, because they don't need that much energy, again, like humans do.
Gotcha.
So, anyways, under this heat lamp, they're able to start thinking straight and focusing on finding Liz. So step one, break out of this prison, aka this habitat.
Yes.
Which luckily they're able to do, because Valerie has distracted still all of the other gators. They're interested in what that thing's. This, again, probably to them an abomination. And gator
they're like, what the fuck is that?
What's that growth on you?
It's still yellow, right? Is it still yellow? I just
No, it is
assumed
green.
was.
It is green.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Still, though, I mean, it looks like a bus, though, with
there's a giant hump
scales
on the back
shoots
of it.
on it. Yeah.
So the kids are able to sneak out. They get to the door and are able to like pick the lock basically and get out. But as these abominations leave, Valerie starts shivering too, because she also has gone reptile. She's a gator. And of course, I think this is a theme in my episodes, gets so cold that it starts to shut down.
Oh no.
This bus needs to get, something needs to happen about this bus and this temperature control, because
they need a mechanic in that class.
It's true. They need some hands-on real life learning, like how to fix a bus.
All right.
So Arnold and Dorothy Ann know that they need one of those heat lamps that they just saw their classmates go to heat Valerie back up. So they, admittedly very bravely, try and sneak off the bus to approach one of the heat lamps to try and like drag it over. But of course, there's tons of reptiles sunning beneath it. They see these warm-blooded creatures trying to move the heat lamp and start chasing Arnold and DA. And those two just have to straight up abandon their plans and like flee back to the freezing bus and just like hope they don't die.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing the rest of this episode, basically. It's just being like, well,
that is the main lesson from Miss Frizzle's class, is just hope you don't die, kids.
Yeah.
Be safe out there.
Again, like we said in the Arctic episode, like survival is what these kids learn.
Is the goal.
Classroom.
That is the lesson plan.
Yes. Yeah, every time. So Phoebe continues to sneak around to this place, and she stops in her tracks when she hears someone singing. And she peeks into a door to find Michael York in a kitchen.
Of course.
Classic.
Where he is.
Singing about supper time. He's cooking away and plating some meals and walks out like a different door. And Phoebe pokes her head in a little more and spots what she thinks at first is a menu, which she's a little scared about because there's like pictures of reptiles on this thing on the wall.
Yikes.
But she's able to sneak in and get a closer look at it and realizes it's more of a feeding schedule for reptiles, because again, she was like, oh, they're cooking these animals here.
Yeah.
But she realized, okay, no, this is a schedule for feeding animals, but it still seems bad because some of the animals are only listed to like be fed like once a month, like at most for some of them. So she's a little
torture
nervous.
And starvation.
Exactly. And as we know, Phoebe is our animal lover here. So she's ready to go full PETA on this place.
Protest. Yep.
Do whatever she has to do. So as she's realizing all of this and seeing this, and again, getting ready and raring to go, the reptile children, the abomination things, are sneaking, they're creepy crawling around the building until they find a room labeled the quiet room.
Oh.
Which I don't love. And they, I guess, do, because they decide to go check it out.
Go on in. Yeah.
Go on in. And, you know, Alexis, and every, sci-fi futuristic space horror film, when they discover the, room of cryogenically frozen people, how it's always, walls and walls and walls of people, shoved in a morgue.
As far as you can see. Yeah.
Slots
and their little
in the
pods.
Wall. Yes.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they walk into.
Oh, great. Great. The quiet room. It's quiet, all right.
Quiet.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they walk into. It's like a freezer in there. It's freezing cold, and it's got walls and walls
interesting.
and walls. Yes, full of glass drawers, essentially, with a reptile in each one of the drawers, none of which are
Ooh,
moving.
of course, yeah.
So, yeah,
It's
it's either
frozen.
cryogenically frozen, a morgue itself, or
Mm-hmm.
who's to say what it is.
Yeah, I'm getting, or alternatively, like Jurassic Park or maybe Jurassic World vibes, where it's like
Yep.
these are the reptiles that we tested and didn't turn out too well.
Creatures.
We freeze
Yes.
them in here to save for another day. Like, what the fuck?
Why don't you just get rid of that?
What is going on in here? Michael York, what is happening?
Michael, Mr. York, Mr. York, a few
Mr.
questions.
York, what are you doing? What's happening here?
We have we've got some health code violations probably going on here. Can we just take a little look? So these kids scatter and look through look at all the drawers, and they're able to find one that is labeled Liz. And they open up the drawer to find, yes, Liz curled up into a tiny little ball, not moving. One of them even gets really close to her chest and doesn't hear her heartbeat.
Yikes. So they almost say it, but they don't quite say that they think she's dead.
Yeah, they straight up say they can't hear her heartbeat. So they one step away from yes and dead.
And they are probably panicking at that realization.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are all like, wait, this is maybe a morgue, not, I don't know, a freezer or something like that.
Yeah.
But before they can do anything in this panic, one by one, each one of these abomination cursed creatures, children, suddenly slump down against the glass, like in the drawer, and fall down onto the ground asleep. As if something has overtaken them, and one by one they're dropping like little flies. Including Frizzle, by the way. And the last one to hang on.
Oh, that's really bad. Actually,
yeah, the one person who got us into this and could get us out of it.
Yeah.
Is on the floor.
Is now also
unresponsive.
Unconscious or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, unresponsive. Things are looking down.
Yeah, things are not looking good for our abomination heroes. So the last one to hang on before getting overtaken by this spell is, I think, like Wanda or Keisha, who are awake just long enough to see Phoebe sneak into the room, because again, she's creeping around. Yeah. Phoebe obviously sees them, is like not that worried about seeing her classmates as reptiles. She knows the risks of here. Yeah.
Stay on track here. Stay focused on the mission.
Find Liz. Oh, I see Liz. We've found Liz. This other thing is a problem for later. But either, again, Wanda or Keisha sees Phoebe and reaches out and just goes, "Save Liz!" And then also just drops to the ground.
Thanks.
So, yes, naturally, Phoebe is now panicking. And I will say, smartly, she's like, well, the one thing I shouldn't do is stay in this room, this very scary room. Yeah. So she scoops everyone, including Liz, up and stuffs them all into her jacket and runs out of this room of horrors. But as she's running down the halls, she's obviously not quiet about it. She runs right into Michael York.
Stomping. Everyone hears.
All of my friends are reptiles. Help me. At my old school, I was never trapped in a room of horrors.
At my old school, I never had to infiltrate a reptile house and
try and survive and escape with my lives.
Yeah.
All I wanted to do was take Liz home. So yes, she runs right into him, and he starts yelling at her, asking where is she going with all these reptiles. And him shouting obviously brings the attention of more people perhaps working there in the lab coats, and they all start chasing Phoebe and her armful of animals. Again, PETA mode.
She's outnumbered. She's greatly now.
Pet napping all of these animals here.
She just starts opening all the cages and all the little habitats. Be
free! Be free!
Yeah.
Honestly,
on some Eliza Thornberry shit. Let all the animals free. Causing
Eliza
chaos.
thought it was a smuggling.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
It was just customs.
She caused definitely mass panic in a village or something.
Yeah.
People lost their pets.
Yeah. Pandas running wild and shit. Snakes running wild and attacking the freaking customs agent. Like, freaking chaos.
Phoebe's just full vigilante mode here.
Yeah.
But luckily, Phoebe, I guess luckily, ends up in that like habitat room from before, and she sees Valerie in there as well as the heat lamps. So she like yeets Liz and like all the students under a heat lamp to like hopefully do. She's like, I don't know, like, all the animals are under here. Let's put them back under here. And she drags like by the tail Valerie under one of the heat lamps as well, where her hunch was correct that they all start warming up and waking up because the heat, for some reason, has woken them up from whatever was going on, including Liz, who, by the way, does not look happy to be woken up. Liz looks pissed right now. She's displeased.
Yeah. She's in the middle of a killer nap.
I know. She's like, what the fuck is that? I don't want to be woken up like this. So Phoebe knows that they're on the run, though. So once everyone is awake again, including Valerie as well, Phoebe notices there's an exit out the back door of this habitat. She throws everyone on the bus and runs out with Valerie in tow. I think she's holding Liz. But as soon as they step out this back exit, they are met with who? More alligators. Not Michael York.
Oh, okay. That's, yeah. I was like, Michael York? No.
Nope. Worse.
No, worse. Much worse.
Much worse. And the alligators, of course, start running at them as well. And there's no place to go because, like any good palace, there's a giant wall behind it.
Of course.
But luckily, their one savior, Frizzle, is now awake again. So she pulls a switch on the magic school bus Trojan horse alligator Valerie, which doesn't turn it back into a bus. Instead, all the kids inside of it turn back to normal size in themselves, no longer abominations. But it makes the bus into like an enormous alligator. Like a huge one that Phoebe and Liz like tuck and roll on as it starts to scale the walls to look at.
Scale the walls? What the fuck did they just make?
What's the type of monster that like Godzilla is? Like a kaiju?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, he's like
or like
he's just like a reptile.
Like Japanese monsters, like kaiju.
Yeah, oh yeah,
like,
just
that's what this turns
into.
I
was gonna say, in terms of like what type of reptile he is, fictional, I guess.
No,
but
fictional, Grace, not real.
No, some sort of
kaiju
reptile
monster
that got nuked. Yeah.
Yes. So it starts to scale this wall, but they're interrupted.
Also, that would be so fucking terrifying, too.
Luckily, it's like not huge, but still.
Still, though, an alligator scaling a wall.
What if you're the neighbor and you just see like this huge, like car-sized nose, like peek over and like one claw, the next claw.
And then just like scurry up past the window all quick,
like the like tail like knocking over towers, like
no. Oh, God.
No. But they're interrupted mid scaling and escape, this time by Michael York, and he is running outside, waving frantically with one arm and pushing a cart with the other arm that's covered. It has like a sheet over it. And he's screaming, "You forgot something." And so Frizz, to everyone's terror, hits the brakes on this kaiju bus, gator, Valerie thing.
I love it.
And backs it up, and she off the wall, and she and Liz walk outside to meet the man. And all of the kids are like tumbling out behind her, being like, "Miss Frizzle, get back on the bus. Get back on the bus.
It's dangerous.
We gotta go. Gotta go.
Look at his laptop. He's evil." Or his laptop. Oh my God. His laptop.
He's evil. Don't look at his laptop. We don't want to see what's on here.
Oh God, no.
And the man stops when Frizz gets out, and he yanks the sheet off the cart. All of the kids are terrified of like, are we about to see that turtle soup underneath here? Tortoise soup underneath here? Who's to say? But we see instead Liz's multi-decker lizard habitat. It's decked out with heat lamps, beach chairs, a lounge area. Liz gets her sunnies out and hops right on top, as happy as can be. And Frizz is like, oh my God, you fixed her habitat. Like, thank you so much for doing this for us.
And the dude is like, okay, never mind. Go ahead and finish. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Michael York is like, why are you acting surprised? You're the one who dropped her off and paid for these services. And she was just like, oh my God, I had no clue you were helping her.
Like, his reaction is just like, oh, you. Like, this is not the first time he's interacted with Valerie Frizzle.
He knows, like, oh, every time she drops Liz off, a field trip happens.
Something happens.
He already has the cleaning crew on call. Like, guys, the Frizz is coming. The Frizz is dropping off Liz today.
Got dropped off. Let's see what happens.
So make sure you guys come back afterwards because her students are going to absolutely wreck the place.
But she pays really well. Really she leaves a really good tip. Everyone's trying to be on the schedule when Liz is staying here.
It's like so much fun. It's like the best time.
Exactly. It's way more fun to chase these reptiles across the hall.
Yeah.
Because, yes, Harry, aka Michael York, tells the kids that at Harry's Herb Haven rest, and he says that it's Harry's Herb Haven, restful spa and resort for weary reptiles. It's where your reptiles can relax and kick back for a vacation, just like Liz was as he fixed and improved her habitat. But the kids are like,
it's cute.
Okay, what about the freezer room of bodies?
Yeah, still some red flags here, Mr.
Grace, have you gone
Harry.
back to look into what happens here when Liz is here? Do you know everything here?
Yeah.
And they explain that, duh. To help the reptiles relax and take a little vacay, he puts the reptiles in a cold, dark place that, essentially TLDR, kickstarts what's called rumination, which is essentially like a reptile version of hibernation that mammals do.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So it's a natural process that happens in reptiles. It's usually triggered by like changing environmental cues, especially dropping temperature, shorter days. So like longer periods of darkness, sometimes like humidity. Basically, it will trigger this innate reaction that in order to conserve energy during environmental stresses like cold weather, reptiles will start to slow down their bodily functions, essentially being like, oh, I know I'm about to not get the things that I need, like heat, to do my normal bodily functions. So let me hit the brakes on those so I can conserve energy before I can access heat again, for example.
I see.
Yes. So they're able to slow down their bodily functions, like their metabolic rate and their activity until conditions improve, aka like get warmer. It's sometimes called like suspended animation. So like their heartbeats are super slow. So again, that's why the kids thought they couldn't hear the heartbeat. It was just so slow and like weak.
And they were impatient.
Yeah, exactly. They were impatient and freaking the fuck out and also falling asleep.
Yes, true.
Because they also, as reptiles, were getting triggered by the dark, cold room because it was like a freezer in there. And so their reptile-ness was also getting triggered.
Reptile-ness.
If you will. Yeah, so it was getting triggered, so they also weren't able to go warm up under a heat lamp.
Interesting. Wow.
Yes. So all reptiles do it. And it reacts to other things as well. But a lot of times your reptile pets will also do this. And so if you do own a reptile, you have to be aware of rumination, talk to your vet about it. That's why you'll see sometimes like people have like their turtles like in their fridges. And that's why is because they're helping them like.
I have not seen that, but okay.
It's a thing. You can like put your turtle in your fridge. You should do it. And the producer actually talks about this at the end, which essentially like this is the end. I have
more questions.
Yeah, essentially like this is the end. Frizz is like, yeah, I was actually going to tell you guys that like Liz was on vacation here, like while her habitat got restored, but you guys
what stopped you
to learn? If we could only.
Exactly.
That's what changed her entire plan.
Right. It's not like they had the entire drive over there where at any moment Miss Frizzle could have said, it's not like she could have unraveled the entire brochure to show what the whole thing was called.
Vacation.
Like, you guys were too excited. I don't know.
You said, what if? And I said,
I'll take you there.
I said, you kids about to learn.
Yeah.
Get ready. So, yes, that's the end of the main episode. We have our male
Excellent.
producer
Good
this
job.
week. Yes, thank you. At the
Yes.
end for our, well, actually, / this is the Magic School Bus hotline. And yes, the biggest highlight is that, he's like, don't try and like burmate your reptiles unless you're a trained professional or like have had like sought advice from trained professionals. And he's right. Like you should definitely talk to a professional.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Don't just
vet.
buy a lizard to buy one, like, or a reptile. Yeah.
And
like,
to be like, I'm
do
going to
your
put it in the
research.
fridge. Like, that's not what you do. That's
Yeah.
not what you do. There's a lot of like triggers and that kind of stuff. But that's also why if you do have a reptile, you have to keep their habitats in like a very specific temperature range. Because if they get below that, it could kickstart like their rumination, which sometimes you don't want to do. So, yeah, that's it. That's the end.
Good
We
job.
rescued Liz.
Incredible.
And also that's why Liz was pissed because she was on
vacationing
and got ripped out of it. And we also learned that like little list written in lizard at the beginning was her packing list.
Oh, adorable. God, I love Liz too, by the way. She makes, sometimes it's hard to like write in the funny stuff that she does because it's like so small and quick, but she makes the funniest like facial reactions to the things that the students do. She's so sassy. And then she's in like all of the Ask the Producer segments too and is always like creating chaos and being silly. She's so cute.
Exactly.
Poor Liz. If I were her, I'd be pissed at Miss Frizzle mostly though. Because she's like, you knew.
You could have
You knew where I was. And you still told them to come in here and wake me up and like steal me out of here.
I put my PTO in. You can't do this.
You know, maybe Miss Frizzle thought this would be a good way to actually get her out without having to pay. She's like, yeah, I can just shrink us down. And then when she got there, she's like, oh, wait, no, this won't work. Arnold's here. The kids are too curious and want to know too much.
Also, I do need to pick that habitat up from Michael York. He was repairing it.
Yeah.
I do need to get that.
All right, never mind. We'll Trojan horse it. Here we go.
Yeah, all right. What'd you say, Dorothy Ann, Trojan alligator? All right, let's go.
Sure.
Let's go.
Yeah, cool. Let's go for it. I didn't think that through.
Yeah, all right, kids, do your thing. I'll ride on the back here.
Great job. Great job.
You. Can't wait for you to see these reptile children.
I feel, I can, God. I don't want to stall anything to keep me from having to watch that episode. But why do I feel like you are someone who's interested in reptiles? Am I making that up about you? Or are you like, maybe not like a huge reptile fan, but I don't know, I feel like it's the bones behind you or something just makes me think that you like that kind of stuff.
I do like creepy weird things, which reptiles often are for those watching on YouTube. I have many bones in which we have found in various places behind me. No, I think reptiles are cool as hell. I would never own a reptile myself. Which we're gonna put a short pin in that for a second, but I think they're very cool. If like I'm at a zoo or something and there is a snake to be held, I am pushing the children out of my way. I'm fucking holding that python. Like, let me pet it.
Same.
It's so cool. I will not catch them in the wild, though. I don't want to disturb them doing their thing. I don't think we should be doing that. You don't want to get caught in the wild either. But yes, I think reptiles are very cool and very fascinating. I think I'm just obsessed with all animals is probably what you're getting at.
That's fair. Yeah.
What you could also be thinking of, which this is, Alexis, I didn't even think about mentioning this, but this is such a hilarious, unintended full circle moment that you just presented to us, which is the fact that
this is why we podcast together.
This is probably what you're thinking of, perhaps deep in the lore, of the Grace lore. We're unpin that short pin that I
am the author of the Grace lore. I'm writing
right now.
Justin and I take turns.
You exchange notes. I've never owned a reptile, but growing up, my brother did. He owned a gecko. And Alexis, what was his name? Austin Powers.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's golden.
His name was Austin Powers.
Wow.
He was like, I think a leopard gecko maybe. He had like little leopard looking spots. At one point, either my mom or brother dropped something on his tail and like cut his tail, but geckos, some of them can regrow their tails. And so he grew it, but it grew in like this knobby like nub, and I thought it was so gross. I did not like Austin. I did not like Austin Powers, my brother's gecko. The tail was creepy. So I love reptiles, but not that one. So
there are 2,000 things that I could say about you, about Grant, about your mother, about that whole story. But it's too perfect. So on that note, thank you, Grace.
You're welcome. Thank you for bringing that question up unprompted.
I don't think I did know that story. So,
there you go.
Yeah, but wow, talk about full frickin' circle.
Yeah,
so
that was really
all
beautiful.
along you've had some connection to Austin Powers and reptiles. So this episode just felt right for you.
I didn't even put it together as I was writing it.
Yeah, but you're like, something about this
I just need
is right.
To write it. I heard the voice and I was like, this is correct. I need to see who this is. It feels even more right now.
Yeah, something about this is just making sense.
It just makes sense.
The world, it came together perfectly for this.
It grew a little brighter that day.
Incredible. Wow. Perhaps this gecko was also from 1996 or whatever year this show came out. Who knew? I don't know how young you guys were when he had it, but wow.
So yes, incredible.
Well,
what is it called? Kismet? What incredible kismet right there between us. Beautiful. On that note, between now and next week, Alexis, who should our listeners and viewers tell about our show?
You should tell a reptologist. Is that what they're called? I'm just assuming that's what they're called.
Herpologist.
Reptologist.
But herp, because
herp. That's right.
Yes, but I think also reptologist. But I think herptology is also the working with reptiles and
that's right. That's what you said.
I think both are right. Maybe
tell them. Yes, about this episode. Okay, truly the experts. Who should they tell?
After that, I think you should tell the next person you see who. You know how they either sometimes they're street performers or it's a professional at a zoo who has a python? Or Britney Spears. Tell one of those three categories. Whoever's holding a python you see next, tell them and also send us a pic because I want to see that.
Yes.
Burmese python. I think that's the kind Britney Spears had. Green tree python, whatever it is. Anyways,
or I just see the picture of Britney Spears. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, exactly. We love her. Iconic.
Cool.
So we'll see y'all next week.
Till then.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Saturday Morning Mysteries.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share, rate, review, leave us a like, and drop a comment. We post episodes every Saturday and bonus tune tangents whenever we feel like it. So please subscribe so you don't miss the shenanigans.
And if you want to follow us on YouTube, click the bell under the YouTube subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are posted.
And if you want to subscribe to the podcast, we have no idea what you're listening to us on, so just hit the big subscribe button on whatever app you're using. We believe in you.
Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at SatmornMist, all the abreves, and let us know if you have any episode or show requests by emailing SaturdayMorningMysteries@gmail.com.
Thanks to Jenna Kendall for the logo design and to Ava Sakiki for the music used during this week's episode.
See y'all groovy kids next week on Saturday Morning Mysteries.